In cycling, the humble jersey is part of the sport's vivid colour, moving billboards trying to stand out against a vibrant bunch. Two men who appreciate this more than most are Mick Tarrant and Andy Storey. Specialists in jersey reproduction at Prendas Ciclismo, their collection spans decades and chart the development of style and manufacturing techniques over the years. Who better then to look back at some of the classics and shockers of yesteryear?
It was a Dutch team, but they were a super team. You know, they hoovered up the best riders and won just about everything. Incredibly long. They used to cut them. That's a size 2, which equates to a small now. Marginal gains were really, really minimal with jerseys such as this because they weren't manufactured to fit riders specifically. They was like, well, what size are you? You're a small, right? Here you go. Here's your size 2.
Of course, the flock lettering actually enabled them to produce more complex logos. So, for example, the TR Rally and the Campagnolo, that would actually be quite a simple process with flock lettering, whereas with embroidery, it'd be a really labour-intensive process. We had a big box of Santini wool jerseys turn up one day. The Brooklyn was one of the first that we fished out, and it was one of the first that we decided to reproduce in modern fabrics. We love the look of it.
Labour intensive is just, it's off the scale because each individual panel is stitched together on each individual stripe. The Brooklyn Bridge is embroidered. Phenomenal. It just must have cost so much to produce.
Obviously, it's based on the Mondrian artwork. This jersey is an oddity, actually, because when Santini made this jersey, they were actually sublimating polyester, which, as you can imagine, was probably not such a bad idea, given the complexity of the jersey. But at the time, Bernardino wasn't quite ready to accept polyester as a jersey fabric. She actually turned them inside out. All the panels are stitched together here. So I'd imagine the production staff probably weren't best pleased to have to make something for Eno, but he was the boss. But for some reason, they went from the Mondrian pattern to this one. I quite like it now. At the time, the Toshiba was a regular jersey in the bargain bin. But you know, looking back on it now, I don't know. I don't think it's so bad. But at the time, nobody liked it. If you ask people what were their top 5 least favourite jersey designs, most people would have the Le Groupement jersey in the list. It's I don't know what it is about it. I think there's a part of the problem is the team collapsed, you know. So that's part of it, I think. You know, people can still remember that happening. But it's pretty awful, really.
The benefit of hindsight, I think I detested it at the time. Like you said, you know, with the Toshiba. But I've actually probably wouldn't wear it, but I grew to like it. But it was quite artfully done because it faded through from a very dark blue into a very light blue. Some people would call it gross because there's that fuchsia on the yellow. But oddly, we do quite like it.
You know, lots of riders are associated with one jersey in particular, and Marco Pantani, you know, is always remembered as Marcatone Uno. Many people probably normally remember the year after this one, the '98, because that's when he was riding a Bianchi. But this is the year before, and this is our preferred look. You mentioned this the other day. Whenever you see Pantani pictured in this particular year,
it's about 10 sizes too big for him.
Yeah, he never seems to have a jersey that fits him.
When Mappe finished, Santini had a huge inventory. We bought everything. A lot of the stuff we bought had the rider names on the back, and the museos, etc., went almost immediately. But then there were other ones with like Cancellara, Isel, nobody wanted those, did they? Yeah, they were really slow to go. I don't know. It has its fans. I can see the appeal.